So let's talk about fish oil. Millions of us take it every single day, thinking we're doing one of the best things possible for our health. But what if that's not the whole story? What if it's actually part of a much bigger problem? Today, we're diving into what some are calling the fish oil scam, and we're going to lay out a comparison that could honestly change everything for you. Let's get right into it.
Okay, think about why you take fish oil. It's probably for inflammation, maybe your heart, and definitely for your brain, right? But what if that supplement sitting on your shelf is just the wrong tool for the job? What if it's critically low in DHA, the single most important omega-3 your brain literally uses to build its own structure?
See, here's the thing. Your brain is made of fat, and a huge chunk of that is a structural fat called DHA. To build and maintain itself, it needs a ton of DHA, in a very specific ratio to another omega-3, EPA. Now, the problem, your standard fish oil is the complete opposite. It's packed with EPA, which, yeah, is good for inflammation, but it's really low in the DHA your brain desperately needs for its physical structure. The ratios are totally backward.
But, this whole ratio problem, that's really only half the story. The real threat to your brain, and frankly to your energy levels, isn't just about picking the wrong supplement. There's a much more dangerous, kind of hidden problem that is very likely happening inside your cells as we speak.
The true culprits, the real antagonists in this story, are industrial seed oils. We're talking about corn oil, soy, canola, cottonseed oil. The stuff that's in almost every single processed food, from your salad dressing to the oils they're using to fry food at most restaurants. And these fats, they are doing way more damage than we realize.
And the scale of this is it's staggering. For the average person, somewhere between 25 and 30% of their daily calories are coming from these inflammatory seed oils. Think about that. They are hidden everywhere, and they are quietly hijacking your cellular machinery.
So how exactly are they doing all this damage? Well, these seed oils literally work their way into your cell membranes, and that includes the membranes of your mitochondria, your tiny cellular power plants. This makes those membranes fragile and leaky. It's kind of like trying to use a battery that can't hold a charge. This process completely chokes off the production of ATP, which is your body's energy currency, and that leads directly to that feeling of chronic fatigue and brain fog.
And here is the real kicker. This isn't some quick fix. Once these harmful fats are embedded deep inside your cell membranes, it can take an estimated 600 days. That's nearly 2 years to fully clear them out of your system. This makes fixing the problem and rebuilding with the right fats incredibly urgent.
Okay, so what is the solution? It's not about giving up on omega-3s altogether. It's about choosing the superior source. And that brings us to the ultimate comparison, your standard fish oil versus wild-caught cod liver oil.
All right, let's just lay it all out here. As we already covered, the DHA to EPA ratio in cod liver oil is a near-perfect match for the structural fat your brain is made of. But look at what else it has that fish oil just doesn't. You've got vitamin A in its active retinol form, a super potent anti-inflammatory that helps repair the internal linings of your body. Then you've got vitamin D, which research shows is amazing at protecting the inner lining of your arteries. Standard fish oil has neither of these.
But the advantages don't even stop there. Cod liver oil contains this whole unique arsenal of compounds that make it a complete tool for cellular repair. It goes way, way beyond what a standard, highly processed fish oil can even touch. Let's break down what's inside. Okay, so each one of these compounds directly fights the damage from those seed oils. Alkyl glycerols, they beef up your immune system. Now this is crucial. Phospholipids and cardiolipin are the exact building blocks you need to repair those leaky mitochondrial membranes we were talking about, which helps restore your energy production. And like we just said, vitamins A and D work together to heal your gut and artery linings. It's basically a complete package for structural repair.
So, now that you're armed with all this information, what do you actually do? Well, it all comes down to a really simple, actionable plan that we're calling the structural fat reset. This is your path to detoxing from the bad fats and rebuilding your cells, your brain, with the good ones.
Here's the protocol. It's super straightforward. First, you have to eliminate the threat. Start reading labels like a hawk and get those industrial seed oils out of your diet. Second, start taking wild-caught cod liver oil every single day to give your brain the correct structural fats it needs. And finally, if you really want to track your progress, you can get what's called a red blood cell, or RBC DHA percentage test. It'll show you exactly how you're changing your body's fat composition at a cellular level.
When you really think about it, every single meal is a choice. The fats you eat
literally become the building blocks for your entire body, and especially for your brain. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what are you building your brain with? Are you using cheap, inflammatory materials, or are you giving your brain the premium, structurally sound fats it actually needs to thrive? The choice is yours.